Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, we'll be featuring a mortgage company that is shaking up the industry with some very unusual programs. That's just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Boy, we have never seen such a crazy time in real estate. There's bidding wars, all cash offers above the asking price. To make things simpler for the customer, Brett Carman joins us. He's a branch manager with AmeriFirst Financial of Texas. Thanks for coming on the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
And we were talking before the show that you guys are really doing some innovative stuff when it comes to making sure that the buyer or seller can make the transaction. Mm-hmm. What's one of the programs that you're passionate about?
Well, I'm really excited to talk about Protect Your Transaction. We call it the PYT. The best part about that is we're going to go ahead and get the client approved all the way through underwriting and then issue an assurance policy to the seller that allows them to realize a $15,000 or $20,000 check from us if we can't close that client for any reason.
That's amazing. And you mentioned some other things, cash buy, trade in, referral fees. There's a lot to discuss. Which one do you want to start?
I think the cash buy program it's very new. What we're doing with that is instead of making offers where investors will come in and take the cash offer ahead of you, we're going to go ahead and once you've gotten your PYT certification, you're going to go ahead and get the cash offer done. We're going to buy the house for you for cash and then sell it to you at a very small margin, 1.5% margin to sell it back to you.
And that's important because so often one transaction can't happen without the other, right?
So with that, to take care of that, we're going to go ahead and do the trade-in program. We'll buy the house that you're selling. So historically, you've had to do a bridge loan, but you have to qualify for both homes. And this program, you don't. You go ahead and we'll buy the house from you, so that frees you up to go buy the next one. Then your agent can go ahead and list and sell the other one.
All right, referral fees. This is new.
Referral fees is new. Forever and ever, we've been wanting to share with our agents and partner with them so that they can have more money to go do invest in their own marketing programs. This is huge because we're the first ones to come up with a real estate loan officer program. We're going to help your real estate agents get licensed to be a loan officer, and that's where it ends. We're going to let them refer their business in just like they always have, and we're going to pay them 50 basis points, which is 0.5% of the loan amount on the transactions they refer to as just like they were doing before.
And in the past, you were not even able to give an agent a pen.
No,
so this is revolutionary.
Yeah, with the RESPA laws, we have not been able to share anything of value, and this program has been lawyered up for a couple of years, passed with flying colors now, and we're in 49 states eligible to do this. Utah is the only holdout.
Outstanding. There's a overview of the PYT program. Let's go ahead and roll that now.
Protect Your Transaction takes the home buying and selling experience beyond the industry standard. While other lenders simply issue a pre-approval, AmeriFirst PYT certified lenders provide an upfront underwritten loan commitment. PYT is an underwritten pre-approval backed with a monetary assurance demonstrating the confidence that we have in our borrower's ability to finance. Before a single offer is ever extended on behalf of the buyer, the heavy lifting has already been done. Borrowers will have an underwritten pre-approval, giving them peace of mind that a financial decision maker has reviewed their application from the very start. As a home buyer, protect your transaction, avoids uncertainty, and helps get your offer noticed in the competitive market. As a seller, PYT eliminates financing fallout, assuring that your buyer will close so that you can move on to your dream home.
I know you've been in the business for a while. Tell us about the difference in working with AmeriFirst.
Well, it's like nothing I've ever experienced before. The level of support from top to bottom has just been amazing. I wasn't even looking to make a move when I came to AmeriFirst. Before I came over, I flew out to the corporate offices and I had a meeting with every C-level executive in the company in one day, just one after the other, and just shook my head when I got done and was like, I have to move. I can't believe I have to move, but I can't unsee what I just saw in the pages of notes I had. So
wow,
and there was no buyer's remorse either. Once I got in, the loans just flow so much easier. Closing early, on-time closings. It's been really,
it's a company with a great reputation, and the testimonials speak for themselves. We're going to put up a page of testimonials. Look at that. I mean, that's got to make you feel good.
It does. Helping people is why I got in the business, and I still learn every day, and I still love helping people, achieve their dreams. And that's why I know I'm in the right job, because I wake up every day with, the pleasure of helping and serving others, and that's what I'm about.
Sure. Were you in the business in 2008 when everything collapsed?
Yes, I was. In fact, I was officing right here in this building.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Now that was a different time. That was where anybody who could fog a mirror was getting a loan. There's been a lot of speculation. Are we entering another housing bubble? But you still have to qualify for a loan. We're not willy-nilly.
They're getting a little bit. Some of the private equity companies are getting a little bit loose with what they're doing. Mm-hmm. That's not backed by the Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac groups. The only possible mini bubble we could be seeing is after the forbearances are over August 1st, and the people who haven't been paying their mortgage because of the COVID have to start catching up. We may see a little spike in that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so if you were to give advice to the home buyer watching this, is this a good time to buy a home? Should they hold off to wait to see what the market does?
I think if you can buy a home at a decent value because of where the competitors and the builders are, I think it's still a great time because the interest rates are so amazing still. But to go and pay $100,000 over market value is a little bit speculative, and I would refrain from that.
And all mortgage companies are not created equal. There's big differences between.
Right. So most of the traditional lenders still sell to the same, pool, investment pools, but service is where it's at, and you can't find a company that cares about the clients the way this company does. I've interviewed with several of them before I made a decision, and I'm so happy I'm here.
Let's talk a little bit about your relationship with realtors, because I know how important that is. I have friends who are realtors who will say, I have my primary mortgage company, and then I have a backup mortgage company just in case the primary ever lets me down. You know how valuable that relationship is. You have a good relationship, it can go on for decades.
Right. And certainly I've lost agents myself. Sometimes they retire, sometimes it's a woman and the husband gets transferred away. So it's been my practice to continue to add more realtor relationships to my group of tight-knit friends, and do what I can do to serve them and grow their business, not just take from them and stick my hand out and say, what can you give me? I ask, what kind of value can I add to you? And so we grow from there.
Outstanding. We're out of time, but we're going to end with your website. bcarman.amerifirstloan.com is the website. Brett, thank you for coming on the show.
Hey, my pleasure. Thanks for having me so much.
Bet. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.